Thank you. Thank you. So first of all, thank you very much to the IoT Business Hub for inviting us to present our solution in front of such audience. I'm Romain Tesniere, working for Avnet Silica. For the one who don't know Avnet Silica, we are an electronic components distributor. So I promise today we will not talk about shortage, price increase, and stuff like this. Okay. There is no today. Joke apart, we will talk about SIM card, eSIM, EOICC, UOICC. So we, as Avnet Silica, we are obviously serving several type of customers, but the two main type of customer that we are serving are enterprise customers and OEM customers. So for enterprise customer, when it comes to develop a cellular-based devices, it's very easy because enterprise customer, they are managing the service. They build the device and they are managing the service afterwards. Now, when it comes to OEM, it's a bit more complex because OEM, they are manufacturing the devices, but then they are not managing the services afterwards. So in order to provide flexible solution for such company, we need to be able to fulfill several steps during the whole life cycle of the project. First of all, those OEM customers, they need connectivity at the very first step of the project, at the manufacturing level. Why? Because when we are manufacturing cellular devices, at some point, we need to test the cellular connectivity. So they will need to have SIM card with connectivity on it that can validate that the devices is manufactured in a proper way. Then the OEM will sell these devices to his end customer. So we need to have a way also to change the ownership of the profile who is inside the SIM card. Then obviously, enterprise customer, they are deploying devices all around the world. We have seen this morning that cellular connectivity is tricky to manage, but still there are a lot of solutions to provide connectivity. So that's why we are also taking care of contracting with operators that could provide a global coverage and to work with several mobile networks operators. And last but not least, when we are talking about industrial deployment, we are talking about product that will remain on the field for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. So choosing a connectivity provider now, I would say it's quite easy. We know the capacity of Sunrise, of Orange, of Dutch Telecom. We know what they are today. But who can say what they will be within 5, 6, 7, 10 years? Those, the quality of service will be the same, and so on and so on. So those industrial customers require a way to administrate the SIM card afterwards. Because my connectivity provider could be good today, but maybe not good tomorrow. And I do not have to send someone in the field to replace the SIM card inside the device. It's too costly. So that's why we are providing a way to administrate the SIM card over the air in order to change the profile inside. Everything that I will talk to you today, it's not an Avnet proprietary solution. It's really a GSMA-based solution. So GSMA is a consortium that is standardizing all the cellular technologies. So Avnet, on that perspective, is working with a partner called IDEMEA. IDEMEA is the result of the merge between Morpho and Oberture. So those guys are really GSMA certified. So all the servers that I will explain you later on are hosted by IDEMEA and operated by Avnet Silica. What we are providing is an out-of-the-box solution. It means that we are selling EOICC SIM card that already integrate connectivity. And this connectivity with one SIM card, we have to be able to connect with every network, 2G, 3G, 4G, Cat M1, Cat NB1, and 5G in the future. And then, as I told you, we are providing also an administration capacity in order to change the profile in the SIM card without having to change it manually. Just wording, because there is a lot of noise on the market regarding SIM, eSIM, UICC, EUICC. So very important to mention. On the left side here, so we have a classic SIM card. So this classic SIM card exists on several form factors. We all know that. We have it in our pocket. And it's still an eSIM. There is also an eSIM form factor. So here it's all about form factor. But the technology itself, yeah, the SIM card belongs to one operator. If you want to change the operator, you have to change the SIM card. Now, where Avnet Silica is focusing ourselves is on the right side, is on the EUICC, UICC and EUICC. So UICC stands for Universal Integrated Circuit Card. And still, it exists on all the form factors, plastic and eSIM. The difference is all about software, is on the operating system that runs on the SIM card itself. And since we have an operating system running inside the SIM card, we have the capability to change the carrier profile inside the SIM card. And even for certain applications, some customer needs to have several profiles inside their SIM card because they are deploying at worldwide level and they have specific agreement in Asia with an Asian provider. They have specific agreement in Europe and the US. So yeah, we need to have, and there is the capability to download and to host several profiles inside one SIM card. Having said that, okay, this looks very good, very easy. Everyone say, okay, why we are not there yet? Because unfortunately there is some limitation. And in order to for you to understand the flexibility but also the limitation, I will go a bit deeper on the technology itself. So how it works. Here, very easy. It's the classic SIM, classic eSIM. The SIM card belongs to one operator. You want to change, you change the SIM card. Since the UICC is a standard on the automotive world since 2015, it's also becoming on the consumer world. All the operators, the EMEA mobile networks operators and mobile virtual networks operators said, okay, it's a pity, but I have to go to this market as well. Otherwise, my customer won't be happy. So now the UICC technology is based on two servers. The first one is called SMSR. SMSR stands for Subscription Management Secure Routing. This server is here to fill the gap between the UICC in the field and the operator side. And on the operator side, there is a server called SMDP. SMDP stands for Subscription Management Data Preparation. So this is where the operator will prepare your profile. So your profile is how many meg, what kind of services you have. So yeah, they will use this SMDP to send the profile to the SMSR, and the SMSR will send the profile to the SIM card. So if I go with an operator, they all have their solution, Orange, Deutsche Telekom, and so on. They have their solution. But it means that I will use their infrastructure, their EUICC, their SMSR, and their SMDP. So now, 5 years later, I will go to say, if I have with Orange, I will go to see Orange. I say, Mr. Orange, you sold me something that I can swap with another profile. Technically speaking, it's true, because SMDP, SMSR integration, it's done, it's really defined by GSMA. But now, we will need to ask Orange to say, okay, Mr. Orange, I don't want your profile in my SIM card anymore, so you need to connect your SMSR with another SMDP, Deutsche Telekom, for instance. Again, technically speaking, it's feasible. But then, in terms of business, we might have some issues. For your information, a connection a proper SMDP, SMSR integration is in the range of 40 to 80k euros, and the lead time is around 6 to 12 months. So then it's a huge cost, and it's might be tricky for industrial customers. So we, as Avnet, as a distributor, it's in our DNA to invest and then to split the investment with all of our customers. We have invested in our own SMSR. And now our task is to go to see operators, to say, Mr. Operators, we, as Avnet, we have this size of business, and we can provide you this size of business. Do you want to integrate your SMDP to our SMSR? So it's an ongoing task. It's an ongoing process. This could be motivated by business, by mutual volunteer to work together. But yeah, this is clearly how it works. So you have seen the flexibility. Now, my customer that is purchasing EUICC through Avnet Silica, at the very beginning of the project, I can tell him, okay, today you are working with this operator. If tomorrow you want to change, it will cost X, it will take X days. So at the very beginning, the total cost of ownership is very well defined, and the customer has all the information on his end. So now, what we have done so far. So we have started this journey in 2015, 14, I would say. So we have started with Arcesa that has been acquired by Wireless Logic. And now we have also started with Vodafone. The next one was BICS. So BICS is what we call a roaming hub. This morning we said that all the operator does not have agreement between each other. It's true. And they are relying on roaming partners like BICS. And they have more than 50% of the market share on that. So they are a strong player on the IoT world. And the new one is Orange, that we have integrated, that we have tested, and it's work. So with all of those connectivity providers, we are able to provide global coverage, 5G coverage, LP1 coverage. We can work on prepaid, on postpaid, so we can serve a lot of business models afterwards. And obviously, this is something that we are working on every day to increase the partnership around this solution in order to be more and more flexible and to stick with the EUICC promise, which is to give you as much flexibility as possible. That's it.